impressed by what you can quote. Amen. Amen. I'd rather you quote and then give the revelation of the scripture, because the quoting is not what's going to bless me. The revelation, because you can quote all you want, and if you in King James Standard Version, I may not understand that this is in thous. Give me revelation and break it down so I can understand and hear what God is telling me. Amen, somebody. You must understand. And too often times we get caught up in who can say this and who can say that. Oh, he in the word, he in the word, she in the word, she in the word. Amen, preach. Preaching about. It's in the Bible. I heard that before. Amen, somebody. We must be careful, because here's the bottom line. The enemy is out to kill, steal, and to destroy. And he is deceiving now more than ever. We prophesied toward the end of 2013, we prophesied that you would see deception grow rapid. Ever since we prophesied that, you could see it beginning to sweep the land like never before. No longer, Pastor, will we begin to or be able to run to the church house for the sake of comfort. Now is the time that you must be able to stand on the authenticated, unfallible, infallible, unadulterated word of God, because in the end, watch, that is the only thing that's going to stand. So we have to be careful running in church, running out of church, running in church, running out of church. That didn't sound right, but I feel that. Well, I don't know about that now. I've been there too long. I got to find something else now. And the devil is draining you. We're never happy. We're never pleased. We're searching for things in all the wrong places. And we are missing what God is speaking to us. And then what happens as a consequent woman of God is we begin to make haste and make wrong decisions based on what my flesh feels at that moment. My flesh told me to. But then the devil, in all of his so-called ways that he tries to mix and mingle things up, he will make us feel like God said it. I'm losing the church, y'all. Why is that so? Because the enemy works for God. Watch. The enemy knows God. The enemy has been in the presence of God. And so now, why do you think that the church has a struggle with being in the presence of God? Come on, sir. I'm messing y'all up. Do you know why? Come on, sir. Because him and all those other knucklehead angels have been kicked down. I'm going to mess you up. To dwell in the church. So now we're bucking, jumping, and shouting, watch, and don't know whose spirit we have. Everybody else is doing it. Whose spirit do you have? The Bible tells us clearly, according to Romans 8:14, that for as many that are led by the Spirit of God, watch now, they are the sons. He did not say that for as many that shouts out of mission. Is that me? Come on, preacher. If we're not careful, we will be praising the devil. Is this too heavy? Do we need to back off? Kingdom now is what we are. It's time out for walking in church doors for the conglomeracy of what we have foreshadowed in our mind that church should be like. No, what we need to get back to is casting down the devils. Y'all ain't saying nothing. The ones that walk in here and act like they ain't scared to be in the presence of God. But the word of God tells me that demons got to tremble. You know why they ain't trembling, men of God? You know why they ain't trembling, men of God? Because they see see them.
My God!
Let me say that again. Let me say it again. I think y'all missed that. They're not trembling because they didn't see the Spirit of God. They came in the church house, sat beside your kids. And we too busy because we can't see. The word of God's going to bless you tonight, I promise you. It's time out of playing church. I told God I will not, Pastor, I will not get in front of folk if I see a spirit of religion. After all, we're all going to be held accountable, right? For what? Every idle word spoken, every action, every deed. We're going to be held accountable. What would you do on the day that God calls you up into the throne room of judgment and says, what have you done for my call? And the only thing that you can open up your mouth and say, I praise you like everybody else praise me. Then what is the Spirit of God going to say? Depart from me. You know, have this, I can back down and go to some money. I can do all that. Amen. We have got to understand. The church is where? The church is you and I. The four walls is a gathering for the manifestation of the Spirit of God to do work in His people. For the edification, so that the church can be the one body that God has called us to, whereby we can go out into the highways and the byways and stop being so mad every time we look at our brothers and sisters because they got a calling and because they get there. Y'all are not talking yet, but we will get there, I promise you. And that's the problem, and the enemy using that. Check it out, you'll see that. I promise you. You want a gift of discerning spirit? Ask God, He'll give it to you. We tell, listen, we're so real. And the level that God had us at, and thank God, all the glory and honor belongs to God. You have to understand something, and we constantly pray the blessings upon the people of God's lives as well. But what we have to understand is, if you're not ready to receive God, I'm not going to beat you across your head about it. But you know when we getting messed up and lost at? I'm going to get to the Bible, I promise you. You know when we getting messed up and lost at? Because somebody said, man of God, you so gifted. And now we're moving with no direction, no clarity. I'm not talking now. Because somebody said one little thing to you, and now you feel like you just God's gift to everybody. And now you on your way to hell and taking somebody else with you. Am I right, preacher? Can I stay right here? Amen. We got to understand, this thing is so real. This thing is so real. Let me say it again. This thing is so real. So now it becomes a point that, well, I'm going to plant a church. God called me because I want money. I'm broke. Now what happens? We end up pimping God. I'm too real. Let me get to work. Going to God, believe it or not, but let's analyze it, amen? Then we'll go to scripture. Going to God when we want something. Well, what do you do to a sugar daddy or a sugar mom? No, we don't go anymore, Father. I'm down on my knees because I sinned last night, and I know the smell of sin. It sticks to the nostrils. But Father, if you pull me out, no, I said nothing. But no, we got it backwards. Oh God, would you move and give me some money? I gotta pay my bill. They're gonna turn my lights off. So I'm just gonna say, help me, please, somebody help me, please. of you TV, television, amen. Take those Bibles out. Let's go to Ephesians. Ephesians chapter number 2. Amen. Ephesians chapter number 2. God's going to bless the house tonight. Somebody say, I'm ready, God. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Amen. I feel his presence. Amen. 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 God is truly worthy to be praised. We must understand what God is doing in our lives. Let me say that again. We must understand what God is doing in my life. I love you. I appreciate you. But your cross is not my cross. I love you. I appreciate. Yeah, we married. I feel you. I love you. I'm with you to the end. But your cross is your cross. If you got to bear it, I'm going to pray for you. I'm not going to let you stay down there too long. But when God tells me to step back and let him do it, you don't let me no more. The devil is a liar. He just used you. Is that not how he works? Manipulation? Witchcraft? Controlling? Because we ain't doing something the way that somebody else likes. I'm trying to really be nice. Come on, I feel the presence of God. Because what somebody else wants us to do, and we don't do it that way, then they looking at their man. Now all of a sudden, I'm the worst pastor in Charlotte. Keep walking with God. I don't know how many, I don't know who you are, I don't know how many backstabbers you get ready to encounter. Jealous of that anointing. Want to be where you are. Come on. Things he is going everywhere. Walk in it. Who she think she is? Right there, man of God. I feel the Holy Ghost in here. Come on. Let's take off. I'm trying. We're going to get there. We got to know what God wants us. From us. Work out your own soul salvation. Why you across the street trying to work out Pookie in them and Mama in them and Jasper in them? Y'all ain't saying nothing. God said work out your own. You too busy trying to pull a speck out of somebody else's eye and yours that's still stuck in there. Because I want people to see me. Am I in the house? Because I want people to recognize me. And don't you just lock them folk. I promise I'm going to get to the word and I'm going to back up what I'm saying. Y'all ain't saying that. Let's go. Come on, amen. You didn't hate them folk. I ain't going to say hate them, but don't they just vex you? You in the Bible. Y'all know that schoolhouse strict about cover that up, right? He uses vex. Come on. He don't say hate, he say I'm vexed. Right. Vexed, right? There's always got to be seen. Right. You always got something to say. Yeah. Come on. You can't just sit down for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Learn. The Bible says wherever learn. We will never come to the full knowledge of Christ. Why? Because he said, I want you to search me and begin to know my mysteries. Look at somebody and say, that's why I got to chase him. And then what else did he say? What David told us clear. He said that if you draw nigh to me, I'm going to draw nigh to you. So in other words, you need to know where God put you. That's right. You need to know what God placed upon your life. And don't let other folk try to depict who you are, whose you are, and where you going in him. Let's go. I'm sorry. That's your appetizer. Y'all all right? That's your appetizer. Watch this. Let's take off. Ephesians chapter number 2. Look at verse number 10. What does all of this amount to?